made a great break to make it 2-1, and that could have changed the match. But luckily for me, he missed a couple in the next frame early on when he was 20 in front. I think he maybe got a bit of bad luck because I think he caught a black or something and off. So just these little bits of luck need to go your way over the short distance. So I suppose I maybe got it tonight.
I mean, coming to a tournament where you're going for a sort of third win in a row, doesn't happen that often these days, is it?
No, it's obviously I'm trying to draw on some good memories for the last couple of years to try and do well. Obviously my season's not went the way I would have wanted to go, so but obviously when you come back here you get good memories from last year and try and draw on them to try and do well.
You mentioned about the sort of season. I mean, you talk to anyone else and they sort of say, oh, this is about the time of year that John gets motoring with the Crucible in sight. That's kind of what other people are expecting.
Yeah, well, no, I hope so. It's not as easy as that, obviously. As you say, you just try and put the effort in and just hope it turns round. It's not guaranteed to turn around, obviously, but if you keep on putting the work in, which I suppose, if I'm being brutally honest, I've not really been putting the work in the last few months, and that's probably why my results are not great. So, but obviously in the next 2-3 months, now you've obviously got to put the work in, or you won't get anything out of the game.
Ding, I mean that's quite a tasty last 16
Yeah, I
match,
mean that's what you said. It's you don't normally play Ding in the last 16 of an event, but I think obviously with it being more and more events, Ding's probably not entered most of the PTC events, and that's maybe hammed his ranking. And it's the same the last couple of events I've played Steve Maguire in the last 16, whereas I played Steve Maguire in the final here last year. So it's that just shows you the top 16, the seedings, they're not the way you think they are now.
With people like Ding, sort of Ronnie, Maguire, you played the last 16.
Well, that's what I'm saying now. That just shows you the strength and depth of the top 16. So it's not a game you would want to have in the last 16, but I'm saying he probably thinks the same way. He maybe wouldn't want to be playing me in the last 16, so it's one of the things, but it should be a good match.
Can I just ask you one other thing, slightly tangentially, but with other results today, Ronnie's definitely in the 16 for the Crucible. Yeah. I'm guessing there's some people in the top 16 who are breathing a little sigh of relief that they won't be playing in the first round.
Of course, of course. I think it's the same. I think it's the same in any in the last few years when people like Matthew Stevens and Graham Dott and people like that were out the top 16. When you seen them coming through, they're not the players you would like to play first game at the Crucible. But Ronnie, more than anybody, I think now that there's no way you'd think he'd be out the top 16. So for him to be in there, I'm sure that the rest of the top 16 are breathing it.
He was close. I mean, he was gone before Germany, wasn't he? He was in real trouble.
Well, it just shows you how results changed this way. I think someone said in the PTCs before Christmas, Mark Davis had a chance to knock him out, and then Andrew Higgins. Unbelievably how he never beat him in Germany, and then Ronnie clicked into gear and won the event, and it could just be that sort of spark that we all need it sometimes, and it could be that sort of spark that galvanises him and then makes him play great for the rest of the year, and he could end up being world champion at the end. That's just the way snooker works. Sometimes it's a funny sport, but that's what sometimes clicks in and makes these things happen.
There is a certain Mr. Stephen Hendry hanging around as well in the qualifiers.
Well, there you go. Now he's not the type of player you want to play either. So it's a tough one. But I mean, obviously, wait and see. It's a long way until Sheffield. Yeah.
John, how do you fill time in Newport?
Well, no, I think I got a phone call from Les Dodd last couple of days ago, and he's looking after young Dwayne Jones, little Welsh player, and he's offered to give me a few games tomorrow, so that'll be good practice. And I know he's a good young player, so I'll go and have a few games with him tomorrow.
Yeah, nice. Thanks so much.